What's going on, guys? Real quick. So somebody just asked, how come my family and friends support other people who do what I do, but they don't support me when I do it? And this one hits kind of close to home because I had the same type of situations happen to me many times in the past, but it's happening too right now too. So what do? You gotta understand, man. Let's say, okay, you came from the bottom, right? You came from the bottom and you're making your way to the top. You have to understand that not everybody has that mindset. Not everybody has that mentality. Not most people are not gonna want to turn their lives around. Even if you're, and not saying that your life has to be in a very bad place for you to turn it around. Like it's just like for simple things. Like a lot of people are not willing to, leave the past and go into the future, right? So let's say you did that. You came from the bottom. You came out the mud. You came from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And now you're building. You turn stuff around. You change some ways, and now you're building yourself up. And now you're doing good. And now you created a name for yourself. And now you're out there with it, and you're trying to get people to hear you out and listen to your message and or buy your product or whatever it is you're doing. Right? You have to understand the people at the bottom, it's going to be very hard for them to acknowledge your success. It's going to be very hard for them to acknowledge what you're doing simply because you doing that shows that, it shows what they're doing. And a lot of times they're not doing anything. So it's going to hurt them. It's going to kill them to be like, damn, this dude came out from the bottom and now he's doing something. And I'm over here doing nothing, just twiddling my thumbs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So because of that reason, jealousy and envy starts to come around. You know what I'm saying? And then most likely those are the feelings that's holding them back from supporting you. You know what I'm saying? So they're willing to go way across town. They are willing to go way across town to buy a product from someone when they could have got it from you. But the only reason they didn't get it from you is because they just, the pride and the ego is just too big to admit that you are doing well or, hey, I like what you're doing. I hope that makes sense. But I mean, that's what it is, man. Otherwise, if it's not that, why not support somebody who's right next to you? You know what I'm saying? Especially if this person is willing to give it to you, and in most cases for free. Why would you drive way across town to go buy something you can buy from your friend? You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, that's pretty stupid. You're wasting time, you're wasting more money to get something that you could have got right here, right now. Why would someone not do that? It has to be because for a negative reason. Either they don't like you, they don't want to like you, they don't want to support you, they don't want to admit, you know what I'm saying? And that if that's what it is, that's on them. How do you deal with that? How do you deal with those feelings? How do you deal with all that information and knowing that that's what's going on? It's going to be hard, especially if you're someone who, if these people are very close to you and you would never see them to do something like that or feel that way. It's going to be hard for you to take it in, but that's life, man. That's life. But luckily and fortunately, and thank God for you, that it doesn't matter. You don't need everybody. You don't need everybody's approval. You don't need everybody's validation. You don't need everybody's yes to do what you want to do, to live how you want to live. You know what I'm saying? To become successful. You don't need your best friend to buy your product for you to become successful. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Yes, we would like that. It means a lot, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need it. Realistically speaking, you don't need your parents to support you, And I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just using those examples because that's usually what happens. The people close to us are the ones we expect to be on our train and all aboard with us and all that. But life's not always going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing because people don't have to buy. People don't have to support you. That's another thing. We have to also understand that people are not, they're not entitled. They don't have to do what we want them to do. They don't have to support you. It sucks. And obviously we would want that, but they don't have to. They can go way across town to buy from somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. But at the end of the day, you take that information and you know what to do with it. Now you know. Take that as like God showing you, who's real and who's fake. Who's really with you and who's not. Who supports you and who's not. That's it. As long as you got the million other people out there supporting you, it doesn't matter, bro. It really doesn't. So just keep doing your thing, man. Don't let it get to you. Like I said, it's happened to me many times in the past because I've had a bunch of things that I've done in the past, that I would have liked support and I didn't get it, and it's cool. It happens. Of course, it hurt me. I'm not gonna act like it didn't, but that's life, man. Once you understand that you don't need other people in your life to live your life becomes so much more free and so much more happier. And not saying that you're gonna be alone for the rest of your life, but just saying you don't need to beg and chase people. Do what you got to do, man. Get the support if you can. Of course, it would be awesome. But if they don't support you, don't worry about it, and don't hold a grudge. Don't start acting funny towards them. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to, but you don't have to. It is what it is. You know. You can also take it as like that shows you that you reached another level. You know what I'm saying? If you're at the point where let's say you're selling a hamburger, right? You're the only person on your block selling this hamburger. Not even Burger King. Burger King's all out of stock. They don't have no hamburgers. You over here making self-made hamburgers at your house, right? And then your family or friends or whoever it is, instead of coming to you for your hamburger right here, right now, they want to drive 30 miles to the nearest city where there's a hamburger at a restaurant. Now, you can take that as, damn, I'm doing so good. I'm getting so good that the people closest to me would rather they rather turn away and act like they don't see what's going on. And they'd rather drive 30 miles away to get something that they can just get from me, most likely for free. Wow, man. Like if my success, if that means like my success has reached a point where people are willing to like switch up and do funny stuff like that. That's crazy. And if that's not successful, man, I don't know what to tell you. I think it is, especially when you got to meet other people. That's what I'm saying. Don't worry about all that, man. It's life. It's life. It's gonna sound cold. It's gonna sound brutal to some people, but it's really not. Use your head, man. Why would you stress over something like that? If they don't care to support you, then don't care to care about it. It doesn't matter. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. It was a young person who sent the message. So I really want you to understand, man. Don't worry about it, all right? Don't worry about it. I know you're young and you want your family members to support you. You want your friends to support you. It's burning inside. It's killing you inside. So why won't they even acknowledge? Why won't they even acknowledge what I'm doing? Like, I'm the first person to do this where I'm from. I'm the first person, you're the first person to do this where you're from. You're the first person to do what you talk about, what you're talking about. And it's all good things, it's all positive things. And they don't even want to like act. They would rather pretend like they don't see it and it's not happening, and they rather go do business with somebody else. Yeah, man, it's gonna suck. But that's life, man. And use it as your motivation. Use it as your motivation. That's what I do. I use it as my motivation. I'm like, okay, I'm picking up a little traction here. Oh, and they still don't want to support. They still don't want to acknowledge. Okay, I'm gonna work a little harder so I can get to the point where they can't ignore me. You know what I'm saying? Let's say like, oh, my poster's right here on the wall, right? Let's say this is a picture of me or my business, or whatever, and my poster on the wall. And when they come up to it, they go like this. They're like, nope, I don't see that. You know what? What's that over there? Yeah, I rather. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah. Okay, you want to act like that? I'm going to get so big. I'm going to become so successful. I will become so big and successful at what I'm doing in my lane that when you come to this sign, you're going to turn away over here and it's going to be another sign. Oh, shit. Another sign. Oh, my God. This guy's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And now they have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? That's my way of getting back at. That's how I like to get back at people. I don't really get back at people. I just let my success do the talking. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you guys before. That's the best way. If you're someone like me and you really care about people like that and it bothers you so much, that's what you need to do, all right? Don't talk stuff back. Don't talk smack back. Don't do anything. Don't switch up. Don't be fake with them. You don't have to. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about none of that or what they're doing. Just start doing what you're doing even more. Times 2, times 10. Like Grant Cardone. Times 10, bro. 10 times that. All right? You need to grind so hard. Let that motivate you. Let that fuel you so much that you want to get to a point where they cannot ignore you, where they can't avoid you, and where they have to work with you. Okay? You make that burger so good that Burger King has to come knocking on your door for that Krabby Patty recipe, all right? That's what you gotta do. And that way, the people who don't support you, they will look so stupid driving 30 miles away to go get something that everybody's flocking to right here, right now that they could have got for free. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, they're gonna act like it's not bothering them. They're gonna act like, oh, they're not worried about that. And bro, they feel it. They know what they're doing. Okay? They know what they're doing. Trust me. So if you need some kind of payback, trust me, you already getting the payback, all right? Because they are hurting inside. The fact they know what they're doing, they know they driving 30 miles away to go spend double the price for something that they could have got right here, right now for free from you. They know what they're doing. All right? Like I say, guys, positive thoughts at all times. Stop playing yourself. You got this. Look at where you're at. Don't forget. You guys need to remember. Remember where you came from. Remember what you went through. Okay? Look at where you're at now. You came a long way, baby. You did your thing, okay? You're way better. If people want to act like they don't see the past and like it doesn't matter or whatever, man, don't let that get to you. You know what happened. You know what you did. You know what you've been through. You know how far you've came. You know where you're going. You know where you will be. Keep doing your thing, man. The ones who don't mess with you right now, and they walk away, it's fine. Let them do their thing. If they really matter, if they really care, they'll come back around later and understand. But you need to get out your feelings, man. Okay? And stop expecting you from everybody else. Keep doing your thing. Stay solid, stay focused. Positive thoughts at all times. Keep God first and your heart in the right place. You will always win. And to all other young entrepreneurs out there, don't let them knock you down, man. Keep doing your thing. Okay? Get opinions. Be respectful at all times, but make your final decision and understand that there may be times where you're going to be alone and you're the only one that's seeing your vision. Keep grinding, man. Your time to shine will come. I promise you. All right, guys? Stay strong. You got this. And yes, you can. Stop playing yourself. Positive thoughts at all times. Stop playing yourself. You got it.